Hello everyone, it's Red with RedDragonLeo.com. And where do we start? Well, just like I had thought for many months, but never, of course, actually played it that way. I did believe deep down that we would not start to tank in this market until we hit that fake print on the Diamond Spider Trust of 118.16. We successfully hit that last week, and I believe at this point this is the top in the market, and from here on out it is nothing but downhill. Of course, we'll have bounces along the way, but I do not believe we will come back up and take out this top anytime soon, at least not in the next few years. This pattern that you see here on the monthly chart is called an MA pattern. It is an extremely bearish pattern. As you can see, this up, down, forms a very large M. This forms an A. The way these patterns work is that the A side that comes down here takes out the low and goes an equal distance, approximately at least an equal distance lower. So you go down here, this is 1300 to, let's just say, I don't know, let's just say 650 to round it off. That puts you at what, 750 points below. If you were actually to go below 750 points below 650, this would put you at zero, below zero, at negative 100. Obviously, that can't be done, but that would certainly fulfill the SPY print I have of 2016, which is about 200 on this SPX. That is the most scary downside print I have, which would be quite some time out, obviously a few years in the future, hopefully, and hopefully it never comes to pass. Let me see if I can find it here for you. Anyway, well, I'll show it to you in a second. Let me go over this while I got this print here. Last year in January, when I seen this print on January the 11th, there you go again, the 111s again. The date that I seen this, showing that it was down 97 points, it went down to 1,047. The actual print that day was obviously about 1,140 something was the actual amount. So you just add 97 onto that because that was the actual close. When this happened, when I seen this print, literally within 3 weeks, the market went down. We can go back and look at this, and we'll look at this on the weekly chart, and you'll clearly see here. Where's it at? January. Okay, right here. Right here is where I seen this. Right here in January. If this is 2010, you go up and you see from there on out it went straight down, and the actual low was 1044.50. It pierced it just a little bit. 1044.50, so that pierced it what, $2 and some change, right? What would that be? 278 or something, or 282 or something like that. I don't know. My math is not as good as it used to be when I'm in school. So, regardless, it pierced a little bit on momentum. Okay, we did exactly the same thing here on this print. We pierced it a little bit on momentum up, and I think, what was the final high on that? I think it was 118.38, or might have been a little bit higher than that, but regardless, we did pierce that 118.80. Is that it? Yeah, 118.80. So we pierced that a little bit as well on the momentum. And then we headed down from there. As you can see, this also makes 111. 7 and 4 is 11. And then there's your 1. There's 111. Very ritualistic numbers for the Illuminati again. And here it is, 5, 6. 5 and 6 makes 11. This is when they showed it. Again, the 11s. It's all about the 11s. So this clearly said that this fake print was real, it was going to be hit, and we did hit it, and now we are going to start heading down. There's no question in my mind we're going to start heading down. And I believe the first print down is going to be this, first major low is going to be this 106.46 print is where I think we're going to hit with it. I tried to look at this and see what kind of ritualistic stuff that we've seen on this, but obviously there's a 111 or 11.1. Any way you look at it, there's 3 ones right there telling you. I'm surprised they didn't do it at exactly 11.11. I guess that'd be too obvious, but you can see the 3 ones in it right there on the percentage down. This is definitely a fake print that we're going to go down and hit. There's no question. I can't really figure out any particular, looking at this at the time, I can't figure out any particular date as to when this is going to happen, but it is going to happen. Okay, this equates to the same thing as the Dow 8,300 print. I'm sorry, no, it doesn't. The 106 does not. The 885 print I have is the Dow 8,000 print, which will be probably the wave 3 down. So what I'm expecting is this to be our wave 1 down, then a move back up, and then the move down to the 8,300, which is 885 on the SPX. And I will show you that one as well. Let's see, here's our gold prints, by the way, 939. That's probably when the Dow gets to 8,300. Here's another, the same thing, 935, just more of the same gold print. Here's one showing 3,500, so this is where it's going once hyperinflation kicks in, probably in the year 2012 or 2013. This is where gold will end up going. Silver, of course, here that one is again, showing $84.30. So after we correct on silver, this is where we're going to go back up to, at least bare minimum. Here's the 885 print, 885 right here on the futures. 885 on the futures is where it's going. That should equal up, if you draw a line, with the 8,300 print on the Dow. Now when you look at this on the chart, where is 885 at? You draw, it's right a line, you draw a line over here, and it looks to be, I believe it is, no, okay, I believe it's somewhere in this area here. Maybe it's, yeah, I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and look and see what the low is on that. That looks to be more like 860 or something like that. But it's somewhere around this area here is what it's going to be. So it's either going to be this somewhere in here. So keep that in mind. So we have hit the upside print. There should be no doubt in your mind now that these prints are real, that the Illuminati do control this market. They control everything, that it is all planned. You should know that by now. This is clear proof that it happens. So you're going to see next week as we sell off, you're going to see, see even more proof that, especially when we go down and hit that 1060 level over the coming weeks. I don't know how long it's going to take to get there, but obviously there'll be bounces along the way, because that's a long way. I don't think it's going to happen in 2 or 3 days. I mean, obviously, but that's about 1060 there. That should be the first major bounce, and then back up and then back down. So looking at this on the daily chart, you can clearly see this big down move, sideways move right here. This is clearly a bear flag. Very, very bearish. Everything looks like it's ready to roll over. This right here is rolling over. This, the full stochastic is rolling over. It's pointing down. Everything says that we're getting ready to tank next week, all of next week. Looking at this on the 60-minute chart, you can clearly see it struggled all day to get up here with no volume and just barely stayed up here in the positive area, pulling in a negative divergence and ready to roll over as well. It did do the pop up as I thought it would. It didn't quite get up to that fake print, intraday fake print. So at this point, it is not going to be hit. There's probably just a directional print at that point. Sometimes they don't. These intradays, I've noticed that sometimes they don't hit. The big major ones on the daily, they do hit and they pierce through, like the 118 and the 97-point drop from last year. Those do hit, but these intradays, I've noticed sometimes they fall short or go past them a little bit. In this case, we did go past. We fell short. and didn't quite get up to that fake print, so it's not going to be hit now. So anyway, they did pop it up and put in sideways consolidation, which is a bear flag because it's not going up, as you can clearly see here on the 30-minute or the 60-minute chart. 15-minute chart, you can see the same thing. This up move and then sideways consolidation. This is a bear flag. It broke down there towards the close, and it could pop back up, but I don't think it's going to. If they pop it back up, I'd be shocked on Monday. I'd say more likely it's going to open either flat or down and just continue selling the whole day. The 5-minute chart here's about the only chart that's actually bullish looking. It's not really bullish looking, but it looks like it wants to roll back up. And so, okay, so we'll give it the benefit of the doubt. If it does roll back up and actually goes back up here and tests this area, you know, that's just a great place to get short. I don't know if it's going to happen or not. It's, like I said, I think it's more likely just to open down. So everything is pointing to a flat or gap down move on Monday. If you get a gap up, it is a miracle. You know, it's a great opportunity to go short. I just don't see it happening, but, you know, anything is possible. Now, going a little further with this, I did want to show you on the blog here. This is the post that I'm doing. There's a new movie coming out. The new movie is called Battle LA, and it is set to come out March 11th, 2011. How nice, more 11s. Now, if you click on this picture, you are going to see in it pictures of meteors falling down from the sky, and I guess in the army and stuff is fighting, and I don't know if there's aliens involved here as well, but you can see right down here in this little corner where if you click on it, it's going to show the Dow down the Dow is down 4,800 points one day. If this is telling you what's going to make the VIX spike to 349, I'd say that would probably do it for a fake print on the VIX. So there is plans to do that. I encourage you to watch this video. And for some reason, I can't get YouTube videos from some YouTube videos to embed on the blog here, so I had to go install some kind of flash player that's by this guy named IG. I don't know, so he put his logo on there, but so anyway, it's a flash player that will allow me to put the flash videos on here. If for some reason this does not work on you and you can't get it, you can go directly to the site right here to watch it right here on YouTube, and I do encourage you to watch that as well. And then you can read this woman's story right here, and I believe, and you really should read this woman's story. She is someone who's been raised in Satan's family, basically the Luciferian family. She is part of the Illuminati, and she has broke free and come forward and told her story, and she is called MK Butterfly, and this is what's going to take you to Biblical Times News. Ex-Illuminati breaks the mind control program and warns of a false Messiah coming, a false alien invasion that's going to be linked to basically abducting you. And you should, they took down her YouTube channel and somebody else put it up. I did download all 7 of her videos. So if they disappear again, then I'll just have to put them up and share them for everyone. So, but she talks about the swastika signal in everything you see, and all the, you know, Luciferian Satan worshiping, you know, out to trick you about Christianity and about God, and it's just some very, very, very interesting stuff to read. The most interesting thing here, she goes over these deck of cards here in the New World Order that came out in 1998. We already know this one came true. We know this one came true. This one came true with the BP oil disaster. Now, what the heck is this one? This is showing the alien invasion, a fake alien invasion, a fake Messiah. Now, and she talks about this briefly. Now, when we go and look at this and watch this video, it is 2 hours and 4 minutes long. I encourage you to at least watch the last 30 minutes of it. This guy is an insider for the Illuminati. He's done a lot of their dirty work, probably a hitman, and killed a lot of people, probably, but his name is Charles in here. And Project Camelot guy here interviews him. I forgot his name real quick. Anyway, he interviews him, and he basically says in the last 30 minutes that the government does have spaceships that are triangle shaped that can break apart and go to a large area and form a triangle as individual ships, maybe 20, 30, 40, 50 ships, I don't know how many, and then they can reconstruct back together to form one very large ship in midair. The government has these. The United States government has these. And, of course, that's controlled by the Illuminati. And so these will probably be the ships that they will use to do a fake invasion that has to do with this movie coming out 3/11/11 called Battle Los Angeles. I put these links on my blog as well. They're telling you this, that at some point in the future they are going to stage some type of fake alien invasion. So I encourage you to watch at least the last 30 minutes of this, if not the whole thing. Bill Ryan and Carrie Cassidy are from Project Camelot. Project Camelot is on my site, on my blog as well, for you to click on if you cannot find the link. It is there, which is Project Camelot. Let's see here, Red Pill Sites. It's probably going to be under Project Camelot, right there, Project Camelot. So if you click on that, and Carrie Cassidy and Bill Ryan went on. They're kind of like Fox Mulder and Dana Scully, and they kind of broke apart and did their own. Each one has their own one. There's Project Camelot. Project Camelot is Carrie Cassidy, and then there is still there's Project Avalon, which is by Bill Ryan. So I encourage you to watch that video. I will put a link on the site. But if there was anything that was going to make the Dow go down, we will click on this for you so that you can see this up close. But if you can see that right there, here, breaking news. And of course, this is a movie, folks. Okay, but this is a movie. But understand Hollywood, they tell you what's going to happen. 4,847 points. The Dow is down. If that doesn't scare the living crap out of you, I don't know what does. Santa Monica, that woman refers to this. You can rearrange this to the word Satan. These letters, rearrange it. That's common. Santa Claus is rearranged to the word Satan. This is all part of the programming that she had. She was programmed. It is very much worth watching her video here. And which again, her entire story is here, and also the link directly to all 7 of her videos I will put on here as well. And those are let's see here. Let's see, MK Butterfly right here. World News, MK Butterfly. This is her name, and MK obviously refers to the mind control program that they've done, MK Ultra, that they did in the 50s, 60s, 70s. They're still doing today, where they take people and brainwash them, split off their personalities. And she was finally able to break free. But I'll put this link there, and when you go to it, this is the one that I've got on the blog. But you should probably watch all of these. It's very, very interesting how they really, have got control over society, and people that just don't even know that they're totally under control. So everything is planned here, and And so this stock market crash that we're getting, it can be worse than we even imagine if this movie has anything to do with it. And we see a 4,800 point drop in one day. I hope that nothing like that happens. I hope that they are stopped by God and you know, just like it says in the Bible, folks. I mean, these people believe wholeheartedly in Satan and in the Bible, and they want us to obviously not believe that there is a God. But all the aliens have clearly said, yes, there is a God. All the aliens that are here on the planet have said that. So, but if they're going to plan a stock market crash, this horrible. I mean, this is just horrible. This was. I mean, I don't want this to happen at all. I really do not. But you know, so far they have made these other things come true. With the, you know, they did screw up here in 1993. They first planned it in 1993, and they were too stupid, and they couldn't get an American company that knew demolitions to be able to blow up these buildings. So they probably hired some third world dummy in 1993 when they tried to blow up the Twin Towers with the truck bomb or whatever they sent in there. It didn't do nothing to it. So they got a better demolitions guy this next time and blew them up, and took down the buildings with the explosives. And of course the same thing here. This was obviously a missile. We know that it was a missile. There's plenty of evidence showing it was a missile fired from a plane, a remote control plane. And of course we know the BP oil disaster was also staged. That was all staged. This one here is the one we should worry about, folks. You know, a fake alien Messiah type invasion with these reptilian shapeshifters. They are real. They do have that ability to shapeshift, and you know, they will probably be abducting these people for the purpose of using them as food and killing them, enslaving them. So you know, this is some sick stuff, folks. But this is the world we live in. So I encourage everyone that if you make money here in this stock market crash as it goes down, that you try to help out everyone that is less fortunate than you, that do not know about what is coming, about the Illuminati, and about what their plans are and how they plan to make you so poor that you can't afford to eat, as Lindsey Williams said in his videos. They're going to make you so poor you can't fight against them. They're going to enslave you with chips. It's all coming. It's all coming. And we can see the top in the market. We know that the rituals are real. We've got, you know, this weekend we very well could go down a little, maybe bounce back up. I don't know. Yeah, I know we're going to go down just by looking at this. At least Monday, Tuesday, we could easily pop down here to 1240 very quickly. And then after that, I don't know if we're going to bounce the week after this week. Maybe that's a possibility that we could have a small up week, a small bounce week for like a wave 2 on a weekly basis, and then a horrific wave 3 down to this. I don't know if it's going to go down to 1060. If it's 5 waves, obviously it would go like kind of 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, and then a 5 down to 1060. And that all would make up one wave. It's just speculation, but it has to do with the February 3rd, February 4th Legatus pilgrimage, and so let's keep that in mind. That you know that they still have that on, and you know they will be obviously cashing their checks. Insider selling is still at record levels. These people know what's coming. They are dumping everything. I think I'd seen. It was, I can't remember the numbers. I wrote it up, but I think it was, 1,600 to 1 was insider selling. The last audio I had listened to from Lindsey Williams. And I don't know where he got it. And that was from last year, obviously. That was in December, or I think it was in this time period right in here, November. The selling was 1,600 to 1. Folks, if that doesn't tell you that this market is going to go down, and all the technicals too, the technical pictures, obviously horrific here. I mean, this is clearly a bear flag. We've hit our fake print to the top. We've got our rituals. We've got Hollywood movies coming out telling you we're going to have a disaster. We got the unstoppable train. disaster with the 777 on it. And what did we have? The prior Friday, the Dow closed at 11,777, I believe, and then there was, or it had a low of 777, and then the DIA had 117.77, and that was prior to this move down. This was in this area right here that the Dow had that. Telling you, 777, the unstoppable train, it's coming. You look at that, and you look at so everything you point to, whether it's technicals, when you mix all this together, when you got the seasonality with the astrology and with these being bad months, January, February, and everything should tell you that this is the real deal. The Illuminati are going to take this market down. They're going to take it down hard. They're going to make you so poor you cannot afford to eat. They've already passed some law up north somewhere. I'd read, somebody sent me a link to where they sent SWAT teams in and arrested local farmers, a local farmers mart, I should say, where they were selling food from local farmers. They sent SWAT teams in to shut them down because the food wasn't FDA approved. In other words, it didn't have poisons in it, pesticides in it to kill you. It wasn't hormone grown with the genetically modified hormones and crap like that that they sell you at the local grocery stores. So they don't want you eating good healthy food. It's sick. So that's going to be one of their food shortages will probably be planned. So stock up on your food if you can. And when you make some money on this down move, especially this wave one, it won't be too bad. It'll just look like technical stuff. If you're lucky enough to make a bunch of money, you should go up, probably buy you a bunch of food. And then wait for this wave two and this wave three. People will really start to get scared. Then you might see some panic in the street. But once we take out that 666 low from March of 2000, once this gets taken out, yeah, the panic's going to come back. Panic's going to come back. But these first moves down won't be too bad. You should be able to make some good money from this and go out there and buy a bunch of food and stuff like that. They're, so. And guns, I guess, they're already trying to pass more laws to take away your right to own a gun. And they're going to... Obama is doing that in that healthcare bill, I believe, according to Lindsey Williams, that there's all kinds of text in there that says that your rights to own a gun, they're taking away that right as well. So you won't be able to defend yourself. And their goal, according to, many, and what was said to Bill Ryan here with this guy here, let's see here, back here to this. What this Charles said and Bill Ryan said was that they'd like to get the population down to about 500 million people. And how do you do that? Now this guy says there's not going to be a nuclear war, but there is the Simpsons video, and there is a card out there, I think, showing a nuclear a bomb. I don't know. You can look around and see if you can't find that card. It seems like there was a card somewhere that showed a nuclear bomb, but maybe I'm mistaken on that. Maybe not. But this guy says that there's not planning on being any nuclear because they want the planet. They don't want to contaminate it. So they just want to kill off the people, the sheep, us. This guy seems to think from his data that that we can't live without genetically modified food. And Bill Ryan disagrees with him, and I'm with Bill Ryan on this. I think that any data that he's been given access to is manipulated, just like they manipulate the earnings reports and the jobs data, and it's fabricated, it's lies. It's not real, just like they manipulate this global warming crap with Al Gore going around preaching global warming, yet it's getting colder. So, when he talks in this last 30 minutes, about genetically modified food and stuff like that, don't believe that that's the case. This planet could support it if this planet could support a lot more than the 6.5 billion people we got on here. So don't buy into that garbage, thinking that we can't support the people, and we have to have genetically modified food. We can have healthy food grown locally by local farmers, and but they just don't want it. It's all about profit. It's evil. It's just evil. I do encourage you to take the 2 hours and watch it. At least watch the last 30 minutes. It's pretty telling. So definitely take your time to watch that, and definitely read the story here by MK. Watch this video is on my blog, as you know, as I just showed you. It's the one. You should probably watch all of these, and you know, read her story. And you know, this again, this is her story kind of written down. If you're a reader and you'd rather read instead of watching videos, then do that, because they took down her site. It disappeared. So when they take down your site, you know, that kind of tells you that that you know that you're getting pretty close to accurate on the information, and they didn't want that out there. Now, one of the things that has bugged me, I'll let you know, is Alex Jones is still on the air, and of course we know Glenn Beck is a puppet on Fox, but Alex Jones is still on the air. And she mentioned something in her video that so people call like Alex Jones, if they call him the creator instead of the word God, that they're misleading you. That it's common in the devil, Satan's worshiping the Luciferian faith, that they'd call him creator to trick you. So whether or not Alex Jones knowingly is doing that, or he's just programmed, he seems to be a good guy to me, that he wants to help people out, but he might be tricked. So so all I can say is, when this market starts tanking next week, folks, you'll know that you should know that the market is 100% controlled, if you don't already know it by now and believe it by now. And you will see this 1060 print hit on this way down, and that should be a major bounce point. So of course it should go down in like 5 waves or something, I do believe, just by looking at this. And once it's hit, of course, it should pierce it a little bit, go past it a little bit. It's actually 106.46 on the SPY. And then after that, you know, back up for another wave, and then back down. So just try to help people out, folks. I mean, you know, money is really isn't the answer here. You know, we all want to make some money just so we can survive, but in the end, when we die, we don't take no money with us. When we die in this physical death, you know, your spirit, you know, goes on to, if you're good, you know, hopefully you go on to see God, whether he's the universe or a gray-haired old man. I don't know. You know, I think he is the universe, but whatever, it doesn't matter. It's the same God. It's a good God. It's nothing but love and caring, just as this lady says. And that's really what it's all about. So help out your neighbors if you do make some money from this. And good luck to everyone. So I know it's a lot of stuff here for you, but do take the time during the week. I leave this post up all week long. So do take the time to, you know, go through it during the week and keep yourself educated. Alrighty, so I shall see everyone Monday.